Can mathematics prove God exists? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring one of the biggest questions ever asked. Can mathematics prove that God exists? It might sound surprising at first, but when we look at the incredible precision and order in the universe, math just might give us some clues. We're going to dive into some fascinating examples that reveal how math could be pointing us towards something greater, a designer, or even God. So let's get into it. Mathematics is everywhere. From the technology in our pockets to the stars in the sky, math is the universal language that describes everything. But could math go beyond explaining the physical world? Could it actually point to the existence of a creator, a higher intelligence, maybe even God? Throughout history, brilliant thinkers have asked this question. When we examine the deep patterns and precision in math, it's hard not to wonder, is there a mind behind it all? Could the universe itself be evidence of a grand design? Mathematics is more than just numbers on a page. It's the key to understanding the natural world, from the spiral arms of galaxies to the delicate patterns of a snowflake. Take the Fibonacci sequence, for example. This series of numbers appears everywhere in nature: pine cones, sunflowers, seashells, even the way tree branches grow. It's a mathematical formula that seems to govern how life takes shape. And it's not just on Earth. The same mathematical patterns apply to the movements of planets, stars, and galaxies. The entire universe seems to follow mathematical laws so precise and so beautiful that it's hard not to wonder, could this be the work of a designer? Many believe that the elegance and order of these patterns are signs of a creator, God, expressing divine intelligence through the laws of mathematics. Now let's explore one of the most intriguing ways math has been used to approach the question of God's existence: Gödel's ontological argument. Kurt Gödel, a world-renowned mathematician and logician, developed a formal proof that uses logic to argue for the existence of God. Here's a simplified version of his argument. 1. God is defined as the greatest possible being. 2. If the greatest possible being exists, it must exist in all possible worlds. 3. Since we can conceive of such a being, it must exist in reality. Gödel's argument is fascinating because it's not just philosophical, it's mathematical. He used pure logic to demonstrate that if we define God in a certain way, then God must exist. Is this proof? Well, that's up for debate. But what Gödel's work shows us is that mathematics and logic can be powerful tools in exploring the existence of a higher power. If we're willing to follow the logic, it may just lead us toward belief in God. Now let's dive into one of the most persuasive arguments for the existence of a creator, the fine-tuning argument. This argument suggests that the universe is so perfectly calibrated for life that the odds of it happening by chance are almost impossible. Let me show you what I mean. First, let's talk about the force of gravity. The strength of gravity is incredibly precise. If it were just a tiny bit stronger, stars would burn too quickly and too hot, making life impossible. If it were just a little weaker, stars wouldn't burn at all, and again, life couldn't exist. Next, think about the strong nuclear force, the force that holds protons and neutrons together in the nucleus of an atom. If this force were just slightly stronger, atomic nuclei wouldn't hold together, and the only element in the universe would be hydrogen. No complex life could form. If it were weaker, atoms would fall apart. In either case, no life. Then there's the rate of expansion of the universe. Right after the Big Bang, the universe expanded at exactly the right rate. If it had expanded faster, matter would have spread too thin to form stars and galaxies. If it expanded slower, gravity would have caused the universe to collapse back in on itself. But somehow, the expansion was just right. These are just a few examples, but there are dozens of factors, each one finely tuned to allow life to exist. And the odds of everything being perfectly calibrated like this are so incredibly small, it's like winning the lottery 1 trillion times in a row. But what if it wasn't luck? What if the universe is fine-tuned because someone, God, set the dials perfectly to allow life to flourish? Many scientists and thinkers see this fine-tuning as powerful evidence for the existence of a creator. The more we learn about the universe, the more we see how improbable it is for everything to have lined up by chance. Fine-tuning doesn't just suggest order, it suggests purpose. It suggests a designer who created a universe with the precise conditions needed for life. So, can mathematics and probability prove that God exists? While math may not offer definitive scientific proof in the way we might expect, it provides powerful evidence for something greater. Think of it this way. Mathematics reveals a universe that's not random, but deeply ordered. The logic of Gödel's argument, the fine-tuning of the universe, and the incredible odds against life, all point toward a purposeful design. If we're open to seeing it, math can lead us to the conclusion that the universe wasn't just an accident. Rather than seeing math and faith as separate, we might see them as complementary, two ways of understanding the universe. Math can show us how the universe works, while faith helps us understand why. In the end, mathematics shows us a universe filled with precision, harmony, and beauty, qualities that many believe reflect the existence of a creator. Whether you see math as a tool for understanding the physical world or as a window into the divine, one thing is clear: the universe is an extraordinary place. Could math be the language that God used to write the universe? That's something we each have to decide. What do you think? Is math pointing us toward something greater? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Like and subscribe for more videos.